That's it, baby. Sugar Shell stays undefeated.
You know, you guys, I feel like, have strong mental fortitudes, and not everyone naturally has it. How would you build like a stronger mental fortitude? Because like you said, it's easy to have those days where you wake up motivated, but then, like you say, there's those days when you still go in, even when you don't want to, and it's like, how do you
build that?
I think
how do you build
I
that?
think you get around people where that's normal. You get around a group of people, that's normal. Like, being a pussy isn't normal. That's fucking, you're being a bitch. We don't really want to hang out with you much.
When I was in Helena, though, like, I hung out with a crew that was just like, I would still make sure, hey, I gotta go do my work. Yeah, I gotta do my workout. And like, I would still make sure, and I was the only one there. But I do think environment is probably one of the biggest things.
Yeah, same in Montana and Missoula. I'd be showing up to practice being like, dude, I want to fucking train.
Yeah.
I need to find a gym where the guys are going to the top promotions. I want to train. I want to do this. There's something in me too. I don't know if it was like the love of martial arts. Mine was I loved fighting so much. I never really thought about being super rich.
I didn't see. That's funny. That's the opposite. Like, I enjoyed it, but it was never. That was my way. That was my way. I seen to become famous and rich was through fighting because I was good at it, and you didn't like the other sports. I was just not big enough. But fighting was like, oh, this could be it.
Yeah, because when I moved to Portland, I was probably and lived with Pat Healy, who's a Strikeforce vet. He fought Gilbert Melendez for the Strikeforce title. Was in the UFC, fought Jim Miller, got 2 fight of the nights. Got 2 bonuses that night, and then popped for weed. So he got his win taken away, his win bonus taken away, both his win bonuses taken away because he tested positive for weed. It was fucking a crock of shit, dude. But I remember going there when I was, I think, 19, and at the time making maybe $1,000 to $1,500 a fight. And then Pat Healy's like, yeah, he fought in Canada. He's like, I made 7 and 7, and that wasn't even a lot for him at the time. And I was like, damn, bro. I'm like, how'd you feel making 14 grand on a weekend fighting? And then he kept winning in Strikeforce. He was on like a 6-fight win streak in Strikeforce, and then he was making like, I don't even know, 1660, something pretty. I'm like, what?
Yeah, seeing
like,
that
that's crazy. And then Lloyd Woodard, who was in Bellator, he's like, if you win these 3 fights, if you win these 3 tournaments, you make $100,000. You make 6 figs. I was like, whoa. But it was never really about the money. It was just like, I just want to see how good I can get in each of these martial arts.
Yeah, I remember making 8 and 8 because we had fought so many.
No, when's the first time you figured out like or heard of someone make money? Like,
well, it was I started watching literally like when Connor fought Max. That's like I had obviously watched like Anderson versus Chris White. I had kind of watched some of the big fights. When I started paying attention, I don't know.
Did I ever tell you my pay, like when you came down? Because I remember swiping a lot. Like, who gives a fuck? Just swipe, just swipe, just swipe, just swipe. Did you ever look at me like, how's he swiping so much?
I don't remember.
Huh.
I just remember fucking.
I
don't know. You always swipe down to your last nickel.
The zero, bro.
I probably thought you were stupid, just swiping all day. Cause remember how stingy I was.
Yeah,
but I don't remember what I was thinking, but
back then, if I had over 2 racks in the bank, I'm like, I'm comfy, baby. I'm swiping out.
See, if I had 2 racks, I'm like, okay, I'm good for this many months. I was completely opposite of you. But you also worked at the UFC gym and had steady income. I had 0 income. When I moved here, besides hoping a sponsor to give me money for a month.
Yeah, and I was getting a couple sponsors a month at that time too.
So you were extra balling because you were making your UFC money and you were still getting the sponsors roll. And I was like, fuck.
I respect both mindsets of budgeting, but at the same time, your mindset of like those early days of just using all that money towards what you need to use it towards.
His was like hey, just shopping with the boys though.
I would bring my friends
to the gas station and say, get whatever you want, boys. All I got to do is beat a guy up and I get $1,000.
Oh. But yeah, because we fought so many times just for free, like probably 20ish whatever times just for free. So then
just
when
for
you
the
do
glory, kinda.
Oh yeah, it was for. Well, I think thinking back, dude, I really think, and I've said this before, I got into fighting for chicks and money, and I had competed my entire life in sports. So then it came time, I was like, well, I'm not playing high school sports because I fucking hate high school. So now I don't have any way of competing. And I was like, oh, okay, kickboxing. Then I was like, damn, the whole crowd was watching me. That was fucking sweet.
What fight did it start to almost like, wow, I'm gonna be making some good bread in the UFC?
I don't remember.
Right when it got deposited, or just like,
I think
that's a heavy count.
I don't remember. It wasn't always about the money because I knew how much work it was gonna take until I could start finally making money. So those initial years, I don't even know.
And it's just so rare with UFC guys to make comfortable money, especially when you have a family and this is your sole income and you've been grinding, and then you get a 10-10 contract or a 12-12 contract, and you're like, okay, I fight once, break my hand or break my arm. That means I made $24,000 this year. That's without paying managers and everything. Yeah, it's like not a comfortable living unless you're a rare superstar.
Yeah, and I just fucking. That's what I wanted. And it was funny because I watched Conor blow up, and that's kind of like what I wanted. I wanted to come and take over the sport. Like, that was my mind. And then Conor did it. Dude, I miss Conor. What's up, Sugar Squad? If you like this video, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and click down below to check out the full episode and subscribe to be a part of the journey.